Hi, welcome to today's Yin practice. For today, all you're going to need is a bolster or a pillow from your bed will work just fine, and a blanket. I have two, but simply because Teton stole one, so one will work just fine. We're going to start in a twist position. So bolsters lengthwise towards the top of your mat. Right hip is right at the edge of that bolster. Knees pointing away from you. Then walk your hands down either side of the bolster, bringing either your right cheek to rest on the mat or left cheek to rest on the bolster, I should say, not the mat. Finding the twist that feels right for you. With these yin shapes, reminding ourselves we hold for a longer time in stillness. So give yourself time to adjust and get nice and comfortable. Then settle into your twist. Let yourself move slowly. When you're ready, press out of that twist. Bringing your hips to the mat, soles of the feet to the mat. You might knock the knees side to side, little windshield wipers here between sides. And then when you're ready, left hip comes to the edge of that bolster. Hands walk down. Maybe rest the left cheek or twist to the right cheek. Let yourself adjust and settle in. Breathe here. When you're ready, press out of that shape. Move nice and slow. Once again, soles of the feet can come to the mat. Maybe let those knees fall side to side. Real gentle and slow. And then when that feels complete, find stillness as we set up for our next shape. From here on out, we're going to be mostly on our belly. So giving ourselves some time to set up here. Take your blanket and unfolding it, or folding it, I guess, depending on what you're working with, into a nice long rectangle. I take that at the base here, sliding the bolster a little away from the top of the mat. You're gonna want space for really from like your mid chest up through your head, up on top of that mat. We're coming into a supported frog. So the bolster is gonna support all the way from the base of my hips through the mid part of my chest. So sliding that bolster so it's comfortable. Taking the knees to either side, lowering down here. Create a little pillow at the backs of the hands, letting the forehead rest here. And give yourself time to adjust. Letting the ankles rest where it feels comfortable. So meaning they might be a little wider than your knees. Some people prefer the ankles a little closer than the knees. Find what feels right for you. Settle in here. Taking your time. Slowly press first that upper body out of the shape. Begin to shift back, bringing the knees a little closer together. Slide the bolster away for just a moment. Coming into a narrow child's pose. Holding here for just a breath or two. Let yourself soften. Then lifting the upper body out of the shape, making our way to a supported crocodile. You'll bring the bolster so it is parallel with the short edge of the top of the mat. Then walk your hands forward. That bolster is going to come right under the hips. Feet are at about hip distance. And once again, creating a little pillow at the back of the hands here. Now, if the bolster feels like too much space, too much lift for the hips, you can release it, maybe folding the blanket under your hips, or take this shape from flat on the mat. Find what feels best for your low back. Settle in when you're ready. In your next handful of breaths, begin to gently press yourself out of the shape. As you're ready, we're making our way to Shavasana. So I'm going to keep that bolster where it is for my knees. You can use the blanket maybe just over the feet for a little coziness. I like the blanket over the whole entire body. You can bring it just over the belly to help you feel grounded. Again, basically whatever feels best for you. Make your way into reclined position, Shavasana, corpse pose. Letting the arms rest where it feels most comfortable. Eyes soften or close. Scan here to see where you can bring in just a bit more softness to your body. Letting your body be heavy and take up space here. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out.